Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Julie Mann, and I show people how they can live healthy, happy, sustainable lives by changing their habits and using cutting-edge products to help them age well. And my guest today is Reem Katib, and I'm so delighted to have you here, Reem. I know that you're going to be talking about a habit that's really served you well. So I'm just going to hand straight over to you, say a little bit about what you do, and tell us more about this habit.
Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you for having me. Yes, I mean, it's something that I've learned recently, and I think until I understood the value of it, I did not grow as a person or even as a business owner until I but it's hard, it's work, it's hard work. So I'm a web designer. I work in London, my studio's in London, and I build websites for small to medium-sized businesses. My approach is really understanding the business, the passion, the story behind all of our businesses, because it comes from a place of passion first. And sometimes we lose sight of it. We lose sight of why we're doing what we're doing, and we focus on, we don't focus on the solutions that we're providing our customers. So I think this is where I come in, is falling in love with the problem, not the solution as is. So in terms of the habit that I'm trying to really install into me as a business person and as a person, is staying in your lane. That means looking only at your direction. You're looking only at where you or the universe is trying to tell you where to go. Very often, it's almost like we're driving and we're looking at all the other cars that are around us and looking at what cars they're driving, how they're looking inside, do they look happy? And we lose focus on us. And sometimes I think I suffer from imposter syndrome. I've always suffered, and it was so hard because it knocks the confidence down, and there's always someone who's going to be doing something different than me, and I will look at that and saying, oh, that's so good, I'm so rubbish, and it just spirals into really dark thoughts, which it's just really difficult. And now I've decided, well, I'm going to be like those horses, with the eye thing where they just, I'm thinking, yes, let's good appreciation of what's happening around us. We need to be, we can't live in a bubble, but really understand your lane, appreciate your lane, let people do their thing regardless of where you're going. And I think, I don't know why it clicked. It clicked just at the beginning of this year. I've set up my business in 2014. So it did take me a long time for this to click. And I stopped running after the next shiny thing. I stopped, I look at what other people do in appreciation and more as an aspiration, rather than comparing it to what I am doing. And once I've stepped back and made that as a habit, going, okay, look at my lane, look at where I'm going, look at the pretty things that are around me, but look at my objectives. And that kind of put everything into perspective. My objective as a person, my objective as a business, where do I want to go? Which feeds into the same question I ask my clients. What is your objective? What is the objective of your website? What do you want from it? Where do you see it go? Regardless of what your competitors are doing, because what they're doing is maybe working for them in their bubble, in their tone of voice, in their personality, in their vision and value and mission, but it's not yours. What mission, value, and vision do you have for this? And let's put that into your website, your baby, and put that back into our lives as people. That was the biggest lesson I've learned. And it's almost like the lights came on, the heavens opened up for me a little bit, giving me confidence, centered me. We're talking about power. And for me, that power came from that place of knowing who I am, centered back, forward looking, but with just my destination, my direction, my way, which is just mine. It's almost like a thumbprint. It's mine, it's nobody else's. And that's okay. And I'm happy with that.
Oh my goodness, I love that you shared that, Reem, because you know, it's so important, isn't it, to know why you're doing what you're doing and have that passion that you talked about. But also, when you talked about staying in your own lane, it's all right to create a new lane, a lane that doesn't actually exist right now, but one that you're really, really happy in. And I also love that you talked about as a business owner, falling in love with the problem. And when the business owner falls in love with the problem, the client will naturally fall in love with the solution, won't they? Which is what they're looking for. So
That's exactly it.
yeah, absolutely brilliant. Well, if any of you watching are totally grabbed by what Reem says, I can't imagine that you wouldn't be, then please look down below this video and check out her links and get in touch. And what can I say, Reem? Thank you so much for sharing that brilliant habit. And thank you ever so much for watching. My links will be below as well.
Thank you, Julie.